Hello, I'm Robert again, and I'm here with.
Slava. I'm a software engineer at Nextdoor.
Awesome, fantastic. We are at Unlocked in Seattle, and I saw your talk, and I took some questions that I would like to ask you. So first, how do you scale to a large number of connections, and why do you have to?
So we chose to run a proxy as a daemon at the Kubernetes level, and all of our application pods connect through the daemon to talk to Valkey.
Yeah, I remember I met you back then when you were doing that approach, and we had to handle millions of new connections, and there was a lot of churn. So I'm glad you were able to solve that. And what's the first thing that breaks when you can't use connection pooling?
I would say as soon as there's any sort of hiccup, network hiccup, or let's say the server's doing a save or something, it's stressed, right? That back pressure is immediately felt by the application. And depending on if the timeouts are misconfigured, it can immediately start failing and hammering Valkey even more when it's down.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So essentially, it's a thundering herd that
Yep.
just causes more problems.
Yep.
Yeah, great. So tell me a little bit about how you solve it, like what you ended up building.
Sure. So for context, I didn't mention this in the talk, but we used to use Envoy Proxy. We still do in some cases, but we found that its connection handling in terms of just disconnects and reconnects and pipelining wasn't really built the way that we wanted. So we decided to build our own proxy with latency-aware routing, circuit breaking, and all of the other things that we really wanted to improve upon.
Oh, that's great. So in the latency routing, is that AZ aware as well?
It turns out to be AZ aware, right? Because in practice, most of the requests are fast. So what you're actually seeing is network latency, but it has the benefit of just being able to be more responsive to if there's a slow node, there's a network latency issue, that sort of thing.
Nice. And are you taking advantage of the AZ on the info command on Valkey as well?
So that got added more recently, but no, we just look at purely the network latency of the requests coming and going.
Do you have a separate daemon that measures that?
Nope.
No?
No, we have that as part of the kind of connection thread. It just sends the ping command in Valkey periodically, measures the response time. I mentioned this in the talk, but you can also just do this over your requests as well. If they're not uniform, that gets to be a little bit of a problem, right? But if you're just doing gets and sets, right, that's fast enough to get a signal.
Awesome. Yeah. And were you able to solve also the MGET operations? Because Envoy, what it does, it just sends and gets.
Yeah.
So is that solved as well?
No, we still do that. We do command splitting, so it just becomes individual gets.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's something that we'd love to see if you can open source that, and we will add instead of doing N operations, you can do M just to the shards that you get to talk to.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.